Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Stack Sats Show. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I got distracted and I looked up at the clock and I was like, holy smokes, I'm 7 minutes late. Hard Huddle in the house. What up, Hard Huddle? Good to see you in here. Thanks for jumping on and thanks for talking me off the ledge. Yeah. Is it too late to start buying Bitcoin at 88,000? It's dipping. Why the dips? All right. So let's get the show started, guys. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. I was fighting on the internet. All right, where's this video configuration? There it is. There we go. Okay. All right. So let's get into the first segment of the show that we call the Sat Strength. Oops, it was today. The price of Bitcoin right now is $87,761.16. Why isn't this working? There we go. There it is. $87,743.24 is the current price of Bitcoin. It's a little bit. It's doing a little bit of a dip, but it's not even a dip, guys. Honestly, right now we can get 1,138 satoshis for a single dollar. What is a satoshi? You might be asking yourself. A satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar is made up of 100 cents, a Bitcoin is made up of 100 million satoshis. And if you can accumulate 100 million satoshis, you in essence have a whole Bitcoin. Okay? Right now, like I said, you can buy 1,138 satoshis for a single dollar. Or if you're walking down the street, minding your own business, you look down and see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day that penny could buy you. Ooh. 11 satoshis. One penny buys you 11 satoshis. When will we see sub 10 satoshis for a penny? 10 satoshis for a penny. Can you imagine? Wild. All right. That is the Set Strength on a Taco Tuesday. And we're wondering, are we too late to start buying Bitcoin right now at these levels? I don't know, right? It depends what your outlook is, right? Round of applause from the live studio audience for Carlos Jaramillo in the house. What up, Carlos? It's not too late. Usually buy Bitcoin past dinner. DCA to BTC. And round of applause from the live studio audience for Mr. Todd. What up, Todd? Good to see you in here. Good to see you in here. All right. So let's answer the question in the segment that we like to call Why We Stack. All right. Is it too late to start buying Bitcoin? Look how close we are to a $36 trillion debt. Right? The debt clock keeps going up. And there's not enough money in existence to pay off the debt plus the interest. So it guarantees that more money gets created. Okay? And as more money gets created, the purchasing power of that money, the dollar, is diluted. And you need more of it to pay back the debt. It's what's called a debt spiral. A death spiral. A debt death spiral. Okay? Because no matter what you do within the system is set up to continue to expand the supply of money. That's why it's a debt-based system. And so no matter what they do, they'll never be able to pay it back without creating the money and without debasing it further. And if you're happy to be holding your savings in paper money from the government, like US dollars, pesos, bolivard, the franc, whatever money that's controlled by government. You're getting debased, and you're never going to be able to retire at the age you want to retire at. You might not even get to retire at all. Right? You'll have to work your whole life just to struggle by, not understanding why you're not getting ahead, why you can't even maintain your current lifestyle, and it's because the money is set up to steal from you and keep you poor, so you don't have time to study and do research and understand how the money works and how they're ripping you off. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so why do we stack? We stack to shield ourselves from that inflation, right? And when we put the value we work so hard for into Bitcoin, it increases in purchasing power over time. The longer you hold it, the more it will be worth, because unlike the paper money that gets printed day after day, you can't make more than 21 million Bitcoin. And so Bitcoin is a harder money. It's a better asset to be holding. And that's why we save in Bitcoin, right? Because we know that saving in Bitcoin is like going back in time and giving yourself a perpetually increasing retroactive raise for the hours you've already worked for as long as you hold the Bitcoin that represents those hours. That is why we stack here on the Stack Sats show. If you have any questions, if you're new to the stream, welcome. Feel free to ask your questions in the chat at any point. That's it. That is why we stack. I'm gonna cue a round of applause from the live studio audience, and then we're gonna get started with the rest of today's show. All right, let's see what's next on the agenda. Does everybody understand that it's not too late to start buying Bitcoin? If I wasn't clear enough, it's not too late to start buying Bitcoin. You just have to start buying it as soon as possible, and do it with the time horizon of at least 4 years. Okay, if you can buy Bitcoin and hold it through the ups and the downs for a minimum of 4 years, you won't lose money. You'll gain purchasing power. You'll be ahead. Okay, you'll be better off than if you didn't. Okay, if you look back at the Bitcoin chart, I don't even know if there's any exceptions to this rule, but you look back at the Bitcoin chart, start from anywhere on the chart and track 4 years. You're always above. You're always in the positive. So if you can buy Bitcoin and hold it for 4 years plus, right, then you'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's better than saving in cash, in dollars. All right. Excuse me, guys. Wow. All right. So now that we kind of went through the basics and I yawned in your face. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I think I was talking too much without taking a breath. Whew. Let's get into the stack recap, boys. Stack recap. Because we don't only talk about stacking stats here Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. We actually stack here every weekday, right? Every show. Every line on the spreadsheet is an episode of the show where we bought about $20 worth of Bitcoin on average. And, sorry, Andrew. I know it's almost bedtime. I have a crazy headache I'm trying to get through. So, in 2024, we started stacking Bitcoin at $20 a day, sometimes 80, sometimes 40. We've saved $6,565 so far, and the value of the Bitcoin that we've been holding, so 0.114123131 Bitcoin, has gone up about 52% for the year in 11 months so far. Okay, it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Okay, show this to your financial advisor and tell him I'm dunking in his face or in her face. Okay, because I doubt your financial advisor got you 52% gains on a diversified portfolio. Okay, and if he did get you 52% gains on a diversified portfolio, he's gonna take some of your profits and he's gonna use it to buy the stuff that didn't go up as much to rebalance your portfolio, and he's gonna end up averaging out to less than whatever you thought you had. Anyway, We started the show back on Pizza Day, May 22nd, 2023. Started with $5 a day, then $10 a day, then $20 a day. Anyway, we've set aside about $10,000 here on the show, and those purchases have grown about 93% over a year and about 8 months. Okay, so that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see that. And again, this wasn't done with astronomically large sums of money. It was done on a budget of opting out of buying your Starbucks, buying your pack of smokes, buying your whatever, something that you could do away with, and instead buy Bitcoin with the funds. And this is an example with proof of the potential, right? Imagine if I would have spent $5 a day or $10 a day or $20 a day buying Starbucks, eating out every day for work instead of taking a lunch, right? Then I would have spent like $10,000 over a year and a half on that thing, whether it's coffees or whatever, right? I would have probably had, I would probably be like a little bit more overweight because of all that sugar. Maybe even have diabetes. Who knows, right? And trouble sleeping because of all the caffeine. Okay? Where instead, I don't have all those symptoms and I don't have all those bad things affecting my body. And not only do I still have the $10,000 that I didn't spend on the coffee or the whatever, fill in the blank, but I have an additional $9,500 on top of it. And what did I have to do? What extra work did I have to do to get 93% more of what I saved on the side? Did I have to go and work overtime and do double work or to get a second job or start doing Uber on the side? No. I just have my regular job, right? I set aside what we could, and without having to do anything else, the purchasing power of my Bitcoin stack grew 93% so far. Okay, because it's not done growing. And yes, you can say, well, it might come down, right? It might come down, but I'm okay with it, right? This is all money that I set aside that I don't need right now, right? It's money that I don't intend on touching for at least 4 to 8 years, maybe even never, right? Because I understand that once I'm holding it, Bitcoin is the scarcest thing you can own, right? And as more and more people start to figure it out, right? With inflation going up, with the prices of things going up, more and more people are going to realize, like, what the heck, man? I can't keep up. Now even my 2 jobs and my Uber on the side is not enough for my current modest lifestyle. Right? I'm about to go live out of my car, or get a 3rd job, or I don't know, maybe start doing some stuff, some questionable things online. Yeah, some things you thought you'd never do. Right? Because times are hard, man. You got to eat, right? So the solution, the basic solution is for my people that are new here, all you got to do to get out of the rat race and beat inflation is you buy Bitcoin, you take custody of that Bitcoin, right? In other words, you take it off the exchange into a wallet that you have the keys for, and you repeat it, and you just hold on to it. You sit on your hands, and it's going to do the same thing for you that it's doing for me, that it has been doing for people before I got into Bitcoin, right? And the longer you hold it, the more the percentage gain will be, because what's fueling this growth is not only the incessant money printing that's debasing the dollar, right? You need in the future, you're going to need more dollars to buy the same things because those dollars have less purchasing power. Okay? So as you sorry, I got distracted by Andrew's comment. As you lose purchasing power over time, you have to the things that you need to buy to cover the cost of your life are still going to cost whatever the work it takes to make those things, right? right? That's what we shift over to the burrito index, right? My burrito is now 68% off from October 2023, where I was paying $13.70, and the burrito still costs $13.70 today. But since I've been saving in Bitcoin instead of dollars, my burrito that used to cost me 49,000 Satoshis now only costs me 15,000 Satoshis. That's 68% off of the cost of my lifestyle. Not my life, my lifestyle, right? So when somebody is saving in dollars, they are having to work at least double. Well, yeah, like about double to recoup the difference, right? And more than double, actually, right? It went from 49,000 to 15,000, right? Now, on the other hand, I don't have to work as hard anymore. I can work 68% less. Is that right? I can work 68% less and still be able to afford my burrito because I'm saving in Bitcoin, right? And I'm going to get to a tipping point, where eventually the value of the Bitcoin that we're holding is going to be at a point where it's so much that we can even start living off of it. And since it continues to grow, you'll be able to live off of it before you won't even be able to spend it fast enough with at your current lifestyle, right? At your current pace of lifestyle. Yeah, if you go crazy and try to get a yacht and like boats and girls on the boat, it might not last as long. But if you maintain your current lifestyle, right? You get to the point where you get your freedom date, and on your freedom date, who knows? Let's say the show is at 0.3 Bitcoin, right? And we're gonna go retire in Mexico, living off of $50,000 a year, and you can retire in 2023, right? Just off of 0.3 Bitcoin, right? What seemed to be something insignificant when we were starting the show, right? When we started the show, what did we buy? We bought 18,000 Satoshis, right? We bought 18,000 Satoshis on day one. Actually, day one we bought more than 18,000. We did 3 buys, I think. Yeah, we did 3 buys. But anyway, the whole point is that 18,000 Satoshis, and at the time it didn't seem like anything. It was just whatever, 15 bucks or $5, right? Now those $5 are worth $15. Those $5 are worth $16. Those $5 are worth $16, right? And now you can see, right, that if I would have spent those $5 on a coffee, I would have drank the coffee, bumped up my blood sugar, made myself get closer to being a pre-diabetic. Probably not had the best sleep since I don't do well with caffeine, and I would have peed it all out after I drank it. Right there it is, $5 literally in the toilet. Instead, I took the $5 and put it into Bitcoin, and now if I choose to, I can still go back and buy that coffee if I want to, or I can just keep holding on to it. And eventually, this one $5 buy is gonna pay for coffee. We'll pay for the coffee of like maybe my great grandkids, right? For the all coffee they ever want in their whole life, right? So it's a matter of perspective. Let's go back to the question at hand. Are you too late to start saving in Bitcoin? No, you're not too late to start saving in Bitcoin, because you can start saving in Bitcoin right now for yourself and for your descendants. Because when they're old enough to know what's going on, they're gonna look back and say, "Dang, you got into Bitcoin before, before like Microsoft, before Apple, before the ETFs, before, Michael Saylor beat me. I wish I would have gotten in before Michael Saylor. But anyway, there's a ton of stuff that's still to come, I believe, and we are in a good place, even now at the all-time high and the new all-time high. we're still at a good place to get started. Anyway, that's my opinion. I am not a financial advisor, because financial advisors are paid to sell you products to benefit their employers and themselves with commission. And they have to have a license for that. And the way they keep me from telling you of a better way to invest your money is by putting up the gate that says you must be a financial advisor, a certified financial advisor, to give financial advice. But I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just showing you in plain numbers, black and white, orange, yellow and green, my experience, my personal experience. And I didn't just create this spreadsheet out of thin air, randomly one day, just populated with a bunch of numbers. There's a video catalog of most of these buys in the form of this show. Okay, 326 episodes and counting of dollar cost averaging, choosing my frequency of purchase, choosing my amount, and sticking to my guns and sticking to my purchasing schedule regardless of the price. When Bitcoin goes up, I buy more. When Bitcoin goes down, I buy more. When Bitcoin goes sideways, I buy more. Super easy strategy, right? And once I get it off the exchange and into my self-custody wallet, it is immutable. It is immortal because it doesn't decay. It doesn't decompose. It doesn't lose purchasing power. It doesn't leak value in the form of maintenance fees, management fees, rebalancing fees, commissions. No, I buy it, I hold it, and I gain on my savings. My savings grow in purchasing power. It's that simple. Okay? And your financial advisor doesn't want you to know that, because they want to tell you that they can put you in a Bitcoin ETF that they manage for you. So when it does go up, because it will, because it's Bitcoin backed, you will pay them a percentage of your gains and a fee, of course, for them to do that stuff for you. Where all you need to do is do that stuff yourself, and and help yourself in a way that just as the compounding effect of interest works with you over time, when you save for a long time, it also works for your account managers, right? The compounding effect on fees is also a thing. So the longer you hold your retirement or your savings with a firm like that, the more they're going to make off of you. Okay, so save yourself the grief, save yourself the third party risk of having your money managed by some person that's just trying to stick you into a bucket and trying to make you some money, right? And just do that on your own, right? It doesn't take that long to get started. But again, not financial advice. Do your own research, and hit me back if you have any questions. Okay, I'm here for that. I'm one of the few shows on Bitcoin where I encourage beginners to jump in here and ask questions. I don't want anybody in the chat beating up on anybody that's new or comes in here with new beginner questions. That's kind of what I'm here for. Okay, I'm here to help you understand it and what it means, and then it's up to you to decide what you want to do with your money. You're the one that has to hit buy, not me. Okay, so there it is. That is the stack recap still. The stack recap that morphed into something else. All right, so we know that today the price of Bitcoin is 88,000, and our average buy price for 2024 is 60,000. So we're gonna buy $20 worth of Bitcoin right now, live during the show. And now that we know how much Bitcoin we're gonna buy, it's time to stack some sets and blow some eardrums. Here we go. I am queuing up the Strike wallet, the Strike app. That's what I use. I'm going to go on a Strike wallet and hit buy. It's going to pop up this. A key in $20. Boom. Hit next. and it shows me all the stuff. I'm going to buy Bitcoin at $88,405. I'm going to cut the music. I'm going to hit the drum roll and hit confirm. Buying $20 worth of Bitcoin right now on the Stack Sats show for the future, baby. What do we got? What do we got? For $20 today, we accumulated 22,442 Satoshis. So sad. We used to be able to get, what is this? We used to get, what is it? $20. We used to get 45,589 Satoshis for $20. Now we're getting, what was it again? Oh, yeah, 22,442 Satoshis for the same $20. Okay. How can you see those numbers and tell me that inflation is 2%? Come on, get out of here with that. $1 for 1,000 Satoshis. I know, Andrew. That is crazy. Is that where Bitcoin needs to be for it to be? Is $100,000 Bitcoin when it's 1,000 sats, or is it sooner? I have to do some math. Somebody do some math in there and let me know. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So when Bitcoin hits 100,000, you'll be able to buy only 1,000 Satoshis for a single dollar, and that day will be sad. Okay. Well, it'll be bittersweet because, you know, yeah, it's okay to start later, stacking Bitcoin, but there's no better time than now, right? But I guess later's okay. It's still going to continue to work for you, right? The Bitcoin flywheel effect is still kind of work for you. Like, it's just a matter of like how much you can accumulate. Once you accumulate enough, it'll work for you. Just make it through a couple of cycles, right? A cycle is about 4 years. If you can make it through 2 cycles, you should be good to go, right? I myself, I am in the midst of my first whole cycle, right? I started buying on the way down. I guess towards the middle of the, I don't know. I don't even know what you would say it. I don't know, like on the backside of the bull run, the last bull run. So the bear run, and I didn't lose. I want to say I felt like I didn't lose faith, but I didn't lose my conviction because I understood what it was, you know. And I kept seeing things happen, and it made sense that it was going to continue to go up, even though the things that made it go down, like FTX and all that stuff, were scary. I realized that it didn't change Bitcoin itself. Right? It didn't change the protocol. The protocol is still the protocol, right? It's like being afraid that math is going to stop working because someone cheated on an exam, right? Yeah, you caught the cheater. They cheated on their math test, and they went to jail. Well, to I don't know what you call it. Maybe not jail. Maybe to the principal's office. Okay, right? And so and everybody said, you know what? Forget it. That guy cheated at his math test. Therefore, I don't believe math is a valid way to do things. I don't believe the math. I don't believe math anymore. Right? It's kind of the same thing. Okay. When FTX crashed, they were scamming people and happened to be using Bitcoin. Happened to be selling paper Bitcoin, right? Pretending like they were selling you Bitcoin by taking the money and not even giving you the Bitcoin itself because you had it on the exchange. You didn't withdraw it. So that was not a problem with Bitcoin, right? That was a problem with FTX scamming people and a problem with those people that left their Bitcoin on an exchange not practicing proper Bitcoin hygiene, which is what? You buy the Bitcoin, you take it off the exchange, and repeat. Okay? When you buy the Bitcoin and you take it off the exchange, here's what happens. Okay? The exchange can pretend to sell you Bitcoin. Like if Andrew gives me $1 million, I'll be like, oh yeah, Andrew, I'm the exchange. I'll sell you $1 million worth of Bitcoin. Can I have your money? And Andrew's like, sure, Bitcoin's awesome. I want $1 million worth of Bitcoin. Okay, cool. All right, I'll have your account. When you sign into our website, I'm going to show you your balance in Bitcoin. Okay, and you're like, sweet, I have Bitcoin, right? And in reality, in the background, I just took his money and I put Bitcoin numbers on the screen, right? And Andrew doesn't know if I have his Bitcoin or not, right? Because I haven't even showed him I haven't even given him my Bitcoin address where I pretend to have his money, where I'm faking to have his money, right? So what happens is, Andrew's like, well, you know what? I'm gonna buy $1 million worth of Bitcoin through you, Mr. Exchange, but I'm also gonna withdraw it to my wallet, to my Bitcoin wallet that also works with the Bitcoin network, right? Then I'm like, oh shoot, I can't scam Andrew, so I better go buy it for reals. That way, when he's ready to withdraw it, he can actually withdraw it. Okay. So then Andrew goes, he buys $1 million worth of Bitcoin through my exchange. I buy the actual Bitcoin for Andrew, and then he goes and withdraws it, and we're able to do the transaction, and I send his Bitcoin over the Bitcoin network that's publicly available and easy for him to see. I send him the transaction results, and he can see, he can validate in his wallet, in his Bitcoin app, that his account in fact has $1 million worth of Bitcoin, right? And at that point, the third party, the exchange, is no longer in the loop. There's no third party risk. Andrew could give a dang if the FTX or Coinbase or Binance or whatever, insert your exchange in there. He could give a damn if that exchange goes to crap, because it won't matter, right? He's holding the Bitcoin on an address that's on the Bitcoin network that he controls the keys for, and there's no third party risk. I was about to say third. There's no third party risk, right? Anyway, I know you guys all know that, but just in case somebody's new, they happen to come into the channel and want to get a little bit of a brief of what's going on and what the plan is. There it is. Andrew says you can send me the Bitcoin. Nice. All right, boys. That's all I got for you guys today. Let's throw on the exit track. And yeah, we had some fun. We answered the question, is it too late to start buying Bitcoin? No, it is not. Buy the Bitcoin, take custody of the Bitcoin, and repeat. Okay? That purchasing power of the stack will continue to grow over time because inflation. Okay? Because inflation. It takes more and more weaker dollars to buy the same amount of Bitcoin in the future. Not only that, there's a crap ton of demand coming. Bitcoin Beacon in the house. Good to see you in here. Thanks for tuning in today. All right, boys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the Stack Sats Show. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking. Later.